on this episode of Blink Twice If You're in Danger, we have this from Fandom Wire. The script is brilliant! Jospeh Quinn assures Marvel fans Fantastic Four team is capable enough to beat the superhero fatigue in the MCU. First of all, superhero fatigue is a fancy corporate word that means essentially our stuff is shit now and the fans don't like it, but please don't be mean to us. That's all superhero fatigue was. For superhero fatigue wasn't a thing when Marvel was getting billions and billions and billions of dollars in the box office. When we had all these Marvel movies coming out, was there any superhero fatigue then? Were people going, oh god, another Iron Man movie? Oh, I guess I'll have to watch it. No. And then all of a sudden, after Endgame is finished and Stan Lee has died, now superhero fatigue is a thing. That's, again, companies cannot admit when they fuck up. And that is why all the goodwill is gone by the fans. Because if these companies were to come out and say, hey, listen, guys, we fucked up. We thought we were doing the right thing. We were trying to do all these, diversity, inclusion, blah, blah, bullshit, stuff like that, though. It didn't work out. In our hearts, we thought we were doing the right thing. But in the end, we disrespected the fan base. We disrespected the IPs. And we are trying to do better. If they were to do that today, this movie would have record fucking sales. But they're not going to do that. They're going to double down again. And more importantly, Jospeh Quinn is going to come out and say, the script is brilliant. And I'm supposed to believe this man? I'm supposed to sit there and go, yes, you're an actor in a movie that's being paid. And you're not going to come out and tell me the movie's dog shit. Is that it? Because you say it's good. Oh, all of a sudden it's going to be good, though. He's quoted in saying, there are aspects of it that are very different to other Marvel movies. Why would you say that? Again, before Endgame, was there any movie that came out that the people in charge of it or the people that were in it ever said, this is different than the other movies? Why would we want different? No, we don't want different. You don't get it, you idiot. We want the same. We want the same cookie cutter format that has worked for 100 years, and has worked in every single comic book universe. Good characters, good story, good character development, fun to consume. That's it. Don't tell me it's different. There are aspects of it that are very much a singular thing and its own thing. People in Hollywood should just shut the fuck up. That's what it comes down to. You remember not so long ago, Dune 2 was supposed to come out around the exact same time as the Marvels did, but then they pushed it back because it was during the writer's strike and legally Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet were not able to promote the movie. That was a thing. That was a reason why they pushed the release date of Dune 2 back a bit. Because the actors couldn't promote. Do I care what they think? Have you ever read a quote from Timothée Chalamet and that made you want to see the movie more? No. This is the world I want to live in. I don't want to know a single solitary thing about these people. I don't want to see a single solitary quote from any actor or producer or anyone like that, though. Just give me the content and I'll make the judgment for myself. But at no point was like, oh, I can't see Dune 2. Zendaya didn't tell me to go see it, though. Oh, I can't possibly see the Fantastic Four movie because Jospeh Quinn hasn't gushed about the movie. Ridiculous. He goes on to say, that felt very compelling to me. The script is brilliant. It's really brilliant. You don't think it's brilliant, man. You could just say, okay? You could just say, and you know what? It's probably going to happen in a couple of years from now, like 10, 15 years down the line. There is going to be a massive documentary. When Disney is completely sold to Apple or someone like that, though, and Bob Iger's gone and everyone's gone, and they go back to making good content again. Actually, in fact, would Apple even do that at this point, though? I have no idea. Let's just assume that it's bought by someone that actually wants to make money. Let's just assume that for a second. There's going to be a documentary that comes out, and all the actors involved in these previous movies are going to go, oh yeah, the movie was garbage. Why the fuck was I in this? And Jospeh Quinn's going to come out and go, yeah, it was not brilliant at all. I just was told to say these things. Because who would believe him? Who would believe that one of the stars of the movie is saying that the movie's good and you should go see it? Quinn goes on to say, if we're invested in the people and the characters and the peril and the spectacle, then that's why people go to the theaters to watch films. You are 100% right, Jospeh Quinn. That is why people go to the theaters. However, The company that you are currently employed in, the company that you are currently telling me about how great the movie's going to be, does not care about that. They have not cared about that for a very long time. Actually, in fact, it's only been like 4 or 5 years, though, since they stopped caring about that. And in those short amount of years, they have irreparably hurt their brand. It's incredible how fast all these companies, Marvel, DC, Warhammer, any Amazon product right now, Jesus, they're all going out of their way to destroy the fan base. Pokemon Go the other day is now making all the people, all the avatars, ugly women now. Pokemon Go has decided to say, nope, no attractive women, everyone looks like an ugly dude now. So, again, Fantastic Four, I have no faith in this movie. And you shouldn't either, because why would anyone realistically tell me that this right now, this is the movie that Marvel got right? After all these years of flops and abysmal box office catastrophes and all shit like that, you're telling me now this is the time they're going to get it right. Ah, man, I don't believe that for a single solitary second. Also, apparently he's going to be in Gladiator 2? I'm very confused that Gladiator 2 is a thing. But in the end, this guy's star is certainly on the rise. I don't think Fantastic Four is going to irreparably hurt his credibility going forward. I hope it doesn't. He seems like a nice guy. I liked him in Stranger Things. That's where mostly everyone saw him for the first time. So him doing Fantastic Four, it just makes sense on paper, but come on, man. We all know you don't believe these quotes. And we know this movie's not going to do well in the box office. Come on, man. Like, there's too much going on with it. Female Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, and Galactus. You're just pushing as many things as humanly possible in this movie to make us go, wow, that's amazing. No, it's not going to work. So in the end, of course, we know this movie's not going to do well in the box office. We know the shills of Collider and Screen Rant and other news affiliates like that are going to say this is the greatest movie of all time. Everyone should go see it. Oh, it didn't make money because of these extenuating circumstances and shit like that. But ultimately, I don't believe in the Fantastic Four right now, and I think that is going to be a huge, huge problem for Marvel going forward, because the Fantastic Four is one of the greatest comic books, probably of the superhero franchise. So if you fuck that up, I would say the Fantastic Four was probably more popular than Iron Man before. So if you fuck that up, you're really getting rid of the longtime comic book fans, though. If you cannot do the Fantastic Four right, that is a problem. That's one of the things you have to get right. Fantastic Four, X-Men, I think that's more important than Iron Man and Thor these days. But what do you guys think about that? Do you believe in the Fantastic Four? Am I wrong about this? Do you think Jospeh Quinn is being paid to say these things? Let me know what you think about that.